Everyone, good evening. This is going to be my review of Loki episode 1. Since I have already ended watching it just tonight here in the Philippines, we don't have Disney Plus, so I use it via the other approach. So, what we got here, in my perception, is it's going to be on the weird path like WandaVision, and it's like a bigger story to be exposed on Loki rather than the confined political atmosphere of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it's like the WandaVision, so we're gonna have more fan theories exploited by YouTubers, and yeah, so let's get it started. The episode 1 started when Loki was with the flashback in Endgame with Loki and the Avengers. Loki escaping via the Tesseract, and he went straight to Mongolia, like the trailer actually shows. And then we got the debut of officers from the TVA, or the Time Variance Authority. So, here they apprehended Loki. There are several funny skits here, like Loki meeting the clerk, where the Tesseract was confiscated, and then he was getting a ticket. This man with him that was captured by the TVA got eviscerated. He was stand on trial. So yeah, basically the TVA exists to prevent dispersion in the timeline whenever a Nexus event happens. The Nexus event already was hinted on WandaVision. Remember the commercial? So Nexus event. Question number 1. If the TVA exists to restore the timeline or like prevent any multiverse from happening, then why did the Ancient One worry on having the multiverse take place in the first place? And she exposed that returning the Infinity Stones to its proper timeline is the fix if the TVA can reset a timeline. Look, the TVA resetted the timeline in Mongolia after they apprehended Loki. Question number 2. How does this affect Captain America's timeline adventure? Well, I got some theory of my own regarding that. So, let's get on with the rest of the episode. We meet an agent called Mobius, and he kind of know who Loki is. So he convinced the judge to kind of not kill Loki or sentence Loki, and they went into this interrogation room. And here he says, Owen Wilson says that he's hunting a violent variant, and he discusses this to Loki. Right? Right? Okay. So to convince Loki, they went into this weird interview where Mobius kind of dissected what is the God of Mischief, the philosophy of being the God of Mischief. So Owen Wilson, Agent Mobius, went through Loki through his past as DB Cooper. Remember, DB Cooper is that agent that hijacked a plane for 200,000 ransom, and then he kind of disappears. Yeah. So next, we got some flashbacks of Loki on the Avengers, and then Agent Mobius asked Loki, why would he want to? I mean, he wants Loki to be honest with his questions, and he just asked the question, why is Loki like this? Loki said he just wants to rule Midgard. So Earth, and then Asgard. So Loki, king of space, as stated by Agent Mobius. Loki has had enough with the shenanigans, and then Mobius spoiled this Loki. Remember, this is 2012 Loki, so he doesn't know the fate from Dark World to Infinity War. So Agent Mobius showed him the best part of Thor: The Dark World, where his mom got killed because of his own mischief. Right? Right? It all boils down to one Simple question: does Loki enjoy hurting people? This time, after after seeing his mom died, there is an escape sequence by Loki. He Because they got interrupted by the big Bertha judge because they were losing men from the variant that Agent Mobius was hunting down, and then Loki just get out, tried to get the Tesseract, and then he met the clerk from earlier, who is named Casey. Loki threatened Casey that he will turn him into a fish if he doesn't retrieve the Tesseract, and then he is surprised the Infinity Stones inside Casey's table. Casey jokingly saying one of the Infinity Stones, there's a paper stopper, table stopper, I don't know, something they put on a paper to stop it from being spread out like that. So the Infinity Stones have no effect in the TVA, such as Loki's magic has no effect on the TVA inside the Time Variance Authority. Which makes sense because the Time Variance Authority is established by the Timekeepers. So I think they are a tier above the Infinity Stones. Where did they get those Infinity Stones? Maybe they got them from Captain America or something. Maybe. Loki just gave up. He went back to the interrogation room. He wrestled the cop, the Big Bertha cop. I'm sorry if she said Big Bertha, but I just like to call her Big Bertha. He puts that time band around her neck, the one that controls Loki's positioning through time, and mess around with her. Then he got tired. He answered. Then he met up with Mobius again. Mobius re-entered the room with an eviscerating rod. So he still thinks Loki is a threat, but now Loki is calm. And that why did Loki become calm? Because while being inside the interrogation room, while Mobius and the cop is away, he saw the end. He saw his fate, that he got killed by Thanos. So that kind of brings back to the old Loki that we knew. Kinda. Okay. So now, what is the God of Mischief, or why does he hurt people? It is only because he just wants to spread, fear. Because he thinks himself as a weak person. He wants to spread fear to make himself look strong. Something like that. Okay. Now we got the reveal. Who is the violent variant that Mobius and the TVA are trying to hunt? Well, it's Loki. It's like another variant of Loki. An alternate version of Loki. And it ends in Salina, Oklahoma, 1859. The group of the cops or see the hood figure trying to get rich because she's drilling oil in a time where oil isn't a thing, and then burned them down. So this hooded figure, who is it? They say it's Lady Loki because, as Mobius said, it is a variant of Loki. So if it's the Loki, why not just show Tom Hiddleston, right? So it must be a new look Loki. So it must be Lady Loki, and this confirms the fact that Marvel revealed that Loki is a gender fluid character. I think this series has a lot of potential to be good, to be great, if they nail this right, and if they manage to tie up loose ends in every episode. And that was WandaVision's problem. They kind of rush all the loose ends. I want Loki to do this in a orthodox manner of tying up loose ends easily. Like how Confined was Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But at the same time being open to new ideas. So, what do you think of episode 1 of Loki? I think it's good. It's a great start. It's a great. I think great is oversaying it. It's a good start to the series. Finally, we got something that Tom Hiddleston can showcase. He's a good actor. He portrayed Loki's psychology well in this episode, and we opt to look for more. So, this is my take. Have a good evening, everyone.